Society now warns that the number of those affected by drought in the country could plummet to over 3 million as the weatherman cautions of a drop in rainfall between October and December this year. Non-governmental organizations and a section of leaders from arid and semi-arid counties have commended President Uhuru Kenyatta for declaring drought as a national disaster. According to the leaders led by the National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Gotv, the move will bring together several government agencies to avert a possible crisis as a result of the ravaging drought. Emaciated livestock and carcasses of dead animals as their weak owners look on what has been left of their precious livestock, laying bare on the cracked dry sands of arid and semi-arid counties, welcomes you to this part of the country. Awful sights that forced President Uhuru Kenyatta to declare drought in some parts of the country a national disaster on Wednesday, a decision that has largely been welcomed by humanitarian organizations in the country as well as leaders from affected counties.
The drought in northern Kenya is at alarming stage now. Already livestock mortalities have been realized in a number of areas. The trekking distance to water points have doubled in most parts of the area.
Ukame imeamuka kwa pande zote za Kenya. Watu wanaumia na tunamshukuru sana kwa hiyo. Kwa sababu Kenya mzima pande zote za Kenya zimekuwa na shida.
The issue was how do you address this emerging challenge? The county governments are there, they get a lot of resources. The national government is there, they are donors. So what is missing right now is just to coordinate under this emergency kit. And this is the essence of actually declaring this.
According to a statement to newsrooms, the Kenya Red Cross Society says the number of those affected by the persistent drought has increased to 2.1 million people, up from 1.4 million people in March this year. Red Cross further warns that this number may double further to 3 million people by early next year.
Uhuru Kenyatta.
Leaders from arid and semi-arid counties are however hopeful that the 2 billion shillings from the contingency fund will save the situation. Although Treasury Cabinet Secretary Gotv has dismissed reports that the country's food reserves have dried up, he says the funds will be disbursed to devolved government agencies to ease the effects of the drought in the affected counties.
The money is there, it's been budgeted for, and we are going to release by tomorrow to the relevant implementing ministry of devolution. And also the government is going to mobilize resources, including trucks for carrying water from the KDF, NYS, police, and all government agencies.
And with this now, it means it becomes easy to mobilize resources from government, from donors, put them in one basket, and ensure that those families or regions or communities who are affected get this assistance in the shortest time possible.
However, this is not the first time Kenyans are at the verge of a drought crisis, thousands of Kenyans losing their lives and livestock in the end. But the leaders have called for sustainable drought mitigation efforts to prevent further loss of lives.
Dependency syndrome in Northeastern by providing relief food is not a solution to the drought that we face in that region. The solution is coming up with sustainable long-term projects. That is water projects, food security projects, and issues of resilience building of the community that will change their lives and livelihood.
According to the latest weather forecast, the country is headed for another season of inadequate rainfall between October to December, as pastoralists in these areas, who largely depend on their livestock, face increased distances to water points in 78% of ASAL counties, worsening livestock body conditions and reduced milk production. Well, away from the